In our Humanities 2 class, we studied many cases that dealt with ignorance, such as Allegory of the Cave, Truman Show, and Oedipus. We decided to interview people on their perspective whether ignorance is bliss or not. To our surprise, there is many mixed opinions on this subject.
Ignorance is not bliss because I would like to know what's going on in my life and I would like to live a life that's real.
No, because I don't want to live a life with everything that's controlled, and I want a real life that I can decide whatever I want, and yeah.
I don't believe that ignorance is bliss, because just like Truman in the Truman Show, he was ignorant of his surroundings, but he wasn't happy until he found out what was really beyond his community environment. So yeah.
Ignorance is not bliss because I would rather know the truth than to live a lie. So in that way, it's better to know exactly what's going on.
I don't think ignorance is bliss because I want to take control of my life, unlike Truman. But unlike Truman in the beginning, where he's controlled by the director and all the people around him, and I don't want to end up like him.
I don't think ignorance is bliss because I don't like to be the puppet and other people in my life controlling me as a puppeteer. I would just be living in a world full of lies if ignorance is bliss. Yeah, so for example, like if something happened and everyone just lied to me, that I wouldn't feel very well, and you wouldn't either, because you wouldn't know the truth and you wouldn't be controlling your own life. Other people would be controlling you and you'd just be doing whatever other people wanted you to do and not what you wanted to do yourself.
I think ignorance isn't bliss because that means you're living a lie. That means your life is something that is not like it should be. You're living a reality that isn't a reality.
Ignorance is not bliss because, I mean, why would you want to live in this fictitious world of lies where there is no reality to you? Like, you don't know what's going on and you're just basically living in a world of lies, so I wouldn't want that.
Okay, well I think ignorance is bliss because it means you're protected from the truth. And I think that because, you know, like last night, I was so happy until I realized I had a math test today, and then I was annoyed. But before I realized I had the math test, I was so happy. And I think ignorance is bliss. Yeah. I think ignorance is bliss because it means you're protected from the truth, which makes you happier. Like Oedipus, before he realized he married his mom and killed his father, he was really happy and he ran a great kingdom, but then he found out and he blinded himself and everyone died and things were really horrible. That's why I think ignorance is bliss.
I think that ignorance is bliss because I think in many cases, whether it be between friends or whether it be between family, like bad things will happen and you probably wouldn't want to know about it. And if you didn't know about it, I think you'd be a lot more happy and you.
In conclusion, ignorance isn't bliss because you need to know what's going on in your own life and you need to be able to control the path that you take. But constantly people think that ignorance is bliss because they're like afraid to face the truth, because sometimes the truth really hurts. So they believe that ignorance is bliss when it isn't, because in the long run, if you don't know what's going on, your life is just gonna be ruined.